Okay, now I'm going to continue with editing the sheet. That's the title block. So we right click and say edit sheet format. You can do anything here. You can clean, rearrange lines. That's what I'm going to do. Simplify this. So delete the lines that are shorter. I'm going to delete these, delete this, delete that, delete, etc. The ones that are, extending, I'm going to have to trim those because it sometimes shows it as a thin line for some reason. So, and let's see what's here. You see fields, as you can see here, and in that field, when you right click on it, there are two things, the actual text in it and the formatted text in it. So that's edit text in window. It takes the data from property sheets, takes the material data from there and writes it here. So likewise, this right click, edit text in window, it takes the property of the drawing and it uses the sheet scale property of the drawing and writes it here right after it writes scale. And here it says, say, write weight, and then writes the property of the drawing, weight property of the drawing, or the weight property of the part that is in the drawing. It takes that data and writes it here. So when I say, for example, when I enter here and say another weight, you see that it's writing here another line. So I'm going to delete this, keep it as it is, or cancel. And this takes the description of the parts and writes it here. Or the assembly, takes the description of the assembly. That's because that's what's inserted here. So when you're done setting up the title block, you exit. And you want to keep this title block, go to File, Save Sheet Format, and save it as a project A3 title block of ISO format. And you can see that it's saving it under, in this case, language English. You might have different languages. So let's copy this and go to English and language. So I have here just English language. You might have different languages. You can separate them like this. So I'll save it right here, and I can also copy that. So go to sheet format and find that project. I can just copy this to any folder I want, and I can move it with myself anywhere I go. And there you go. So when I create a new sheet, I'm not sure if the lower end of the window is visible, but I created a new sheet right here. So I'm going to change the title. Right click, properties. I am going to use browse and select the newly created project sheet and say OK. Now it's changed. Now what I'm going to do next is to save this as a drawing template. If you can do other stuff here, let me show those. Go to options and document properties. So only for this document you can change the dimension sizes, for example font size. I'll increase them a little bit, maybe 4. Okay. I'll change the diameter display for the text to be horizontal. I'll do the same thing for the radius to be horizontal. And for the angles, I am going to set the precision to 1, decrease it, and you can do other stuff as well and say OK. Now I am going to save this as a drawing template, drw dot, and it's switching to the templates folder back again, and this is of course what I'm saving here is the complete file, so this sheet is also being saved. So maybe I should have done this. I should have created a new drawing file, and it's clean, browse. Yeah, this is what I should have done. Use the project templates for the sheet and insert nothing, and go to options, and for the document properties change the font size maybe, and change the diameter to horizontal, change the radius to horizontal text position, and angle to maybe a single precision, and maybe other things. So when I say OK and go to save as, now I can save it as a template because it's a clean file, and I'll say project drawing template. And then I'm going to say copy this to my flash drive maybe, and close it. Now when I open a new file, new file, now I'm going to be able to see the project drawing template there and use that. And all the properties are going to be the same for that document. Check the diameter, it's horizontal. And this is how it goes for the practical continuity of any project you work on. You shall use these templates. So this is it for the drawing templates.